Hi, this is Carla Bailo, President and CEO for the Center for Automotive Research. It's a pleasure to be talking to the members of PMA again. Many of you had the opportunity to meet in Honolulu at your annual conference, and certainly so much has changed since we were all together there. Today I'm going to talk to you about CAR's Management Briefing Seminar, which is our most important conference of the year, held annually in August. And of course, this year we have to do it virtually, as we have to do most things these days. There are several reasons why I think the members of PMA would want to join MBS, and let me try to illuminate some of those briefly for you. We're going to have 4 splendid keynote speakers from all areas of the automotive industry. First, we have Carla Walker-Miller, who has her own company in energy solutions and providers. She's going to talk not only about the impact of electrification, but also a lot about diversity and equity in the workplace. Secondly, we have Ariana Walker from Alexa Auto, really talking about how we're enhancing the HMI experience in mobility. Thirdly, we have Larry Dominique from PSA, Free to Move, one of the few car sharing services that's still operating. So many have come and gone, and how they are also really enhancing the consumer experience. And lastly, we have Chris Urmson from Aurora, and he was one of the dads of the Google car when it first started. So he'll tell us a lot about AI and what Aurora is doing to enable automation in vehicles. And we've seen through COVID more and more of automation in vehicles, especially the delivery of goods and helping those that need to get to hospitals or to have equipment brought to them. So we expect to see more and more of that. The conference itself is going to focus on many technical issues and how they have pivoted because of COVID and what we expect to see happening in the future. We're going to have a great sessions on manufacturing, starting with what's happening with reshoring. What is going to happen with supply chains as companies have realized they need to get the resiliency up because of supply chain disruptions? We're continuing to see supply chain disruptions all the time now, happening where COVID has become prominent and continues to evolve. We're also going to be talking about how automation is going to impact manufacturing, not only now, but more so in the future. We've already had to adjust our facilities for COVID, and in many cases, it's difficult to wear a mask. It's difficult to have that kind of spacing. And when we think about how automation has progressed, now may be the time to invest in smart factories and automation. We'll also be talking about materials. Again, we're going to give our Altair Lightweighting Awards, but beyond that, what are we seeing in terms of usages? What are we seeing in terms of greater usage of aluminum, more high-strength steels, more carbon fiber, more composites, and to go along with that, the changes in the manufacturing technologies on the assembly line and also during the processing. We'll also be talking about electrification. Interestingly enough, when we look at how car sales have changed due to COVID, electrified vehicles have really done quite well. They've almost done as well as full-size trucks in terms of keeping up with the sales. So what does that mean in terms of material shifts, in terms of manufacturing changes? We will address the forecasting for automotive for the future, looking at sales projections, looking at the different kinds of variants of crossovers and full-size trucks and what that looks like going out into the future and what the rebound looks like. Again, there'll be many caveats about that depending on what happens with rebounding of COVID, what happens with remote working, everything has changed drastically, again, since the last time we were together, and we'll be talking about that. The final topic that we'll be talking about is mobility services. What does this mean for ride sharing? We do know ride sharing services are really, really depressed at the moment, but quickly we're going to start seeing different kinds of antimicrobial products being developed, including even seat fabrics and different materials. We may see innovations like what happens at a doctor's table, where we can quickly change the surface that we sit. We will see more and more of those innovations. So it remains to be seen if this is a long-lasting phenomena or if it's just going to be short-lived. Along with that is what's happening with connected and autonomous vehicles. We are seeing some of that testing be delayed, but now we're starting to see it kick back in, and again to help with the delivery of goods and services in the pandemic and post-pandemic. We may see more and more pandemics. Again, we don't know. So we're talking about all these issues. All of them, I think, will relate to your business, your products, and what you provide to the automotive community. So the dates are August 4th and 5th. You can sign up. You can join the sessions that you can. We will have it live on the virtual platform for about 30 days, and then it will be live to be viewed on CAR's website subsequent to that. So I hope I've given you a little bit of taste of what you can expect from MBS, and certainly I hope to see you virtually August 4th and 5th. Thank you so much.